Conformity, also known as majority influence, is a form of social influence in which a person adopts to the behavior, attitudes and values of a particular reference group. There are three ways in which people conform to the opinion of the majority. Internalization is when an individual accepts the group's norms. This results in a private as well as a public change of behaviour. This change is also likely to be permanent as attitudes have been internalized. Identification involves a person conforming to opinions of the group as they want to feel part of the group. Opinions are only changed publicly while they still remain their own private opinions. Finally, compliance involves simply going along with the group in public. It is a superficial change, and privately the individual will maintain his or her own opinion. The reasons why we conform can be explained by the two-process theory. Normative social influence, NSI, is a form of social influence whereby an individual conforms with the majority in order to gain approval. Whereas informational social influence, which is ISI, is when an individual will conform due to wanting to be correct. Evidence to support ISI comes from a study by Lucas et al. Students were asked to give answers to mathematical problems that were easy or more difficult. His results found that there was a greater conformity to incorrect answers when the mathematical problems were harder than when they were easier. This was most true for students who rated their mathematical ability as poor. The study highlights how people will conform in situations where they feel they don't know the answer. This strengthens its support and increases the validity of ISI as an explanation for conformity, as we look to others and assume they know better than us, therefore they must be correct. A methodological criticism with the research is it is subject to being sample bias as only students were questioned. Therefore, the results cannot provide an accurate generalization to the rest of society, as participants are more likely to have better mathematical ability compared to someone who has not been educated or is elderly. This reduces the validity of the findings and support for ISI as an explanation for conformity. Research to support NSI explanation comes from Asher's line experiment. He found that the majority of his participants went along with a clear wrong answer because the rest of the group had done so. When questioned after the task, participants revealed that they felt self-conscious giving the correct answer, and they were afraid of disapproval. These findings suggest that people will conform to seek approval from others, which strengthens the support for the NSI explanation.